up. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Broncos nothing.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Let's go now. 10-2 stop.
Eat. All day. Check it back, check it.
New draw portraits. On the ball. Leo. Now.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Okay, ready?
Mike 55. Here we go. Check 99.
Bam.
Check.
Lee Griffin.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Go.
Check tight. Watch it.
Chopper.
Safety's creeping. Undercrush.
Look. Squeeze.
Flare.
Now a give, right side. Swift. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Check. 49. Check 49. Shit. Switch. 25. Check 25.
Get it.
On first down, Swift.
Get there.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Watch the pass. Watch the edge.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 3.
Set up. 18 Gator.
55. Mike. Shift.
Hit it.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
55, my God, 55. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. 6 guys. Check.
Hard.
Check 9. Check.
Go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Go on, go on. Let's go, let's go. Get
I got you, boy.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check 31, check 30.
You're out. Shoot.
They'll try the left side. Swift. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Ready, ready. 60 outlaw.
I'm scared.
Hey, Sam off. Hurry, hurry. Ready, ready.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Slam, slam, slam. Check safety, check safety. Check 37, check 37.
Snap.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
General West.
It's now 3rd down.
Be grip.
On 3rd down, Swift. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Broncos nothing.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Kill, kill, kill.
Leo, fight.
They'll try and run for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To the right side, this is Henderson. And, a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
First down, Ravens.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Strong right. Strong right. 4 down. 4 down. That's it. Mike 52. Mike 52. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Mike 52.
This time Jackson will throw it. And James has it. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Well, he can be a load to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned a load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play on that situation.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
52. 36. 36.
The quarterback run good for 10 that time, but it does lead to a 3rd down.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Henderson will try and run for the first. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They'll go back to Henderson on first down. And some room to roam now. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Darrell Henderson with his 16th touchdown of the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Point after up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Ravens 14. Broncos nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Swift. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 16.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Man.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Push him back.
Smith.
25 to Mike. We go 25 to Mike. Hey, come on, now. Come on, now. Hey, 25 to Mike. We go 25 to Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Lock to throw for it on 4th. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. After the interception, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going deep for Brown. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. Towards the end zone for Brown. It is intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, Jet. Tighten up. Go.
19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
218, chopper. Bang.
Check nickel.
They'll run on 1st down. Swift. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
I got him. Mike 55.
Bravo.
Eat. Hey, here we go. Mike 55. Check pass.
Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Mike 55.
Hey, let's get this.
Shoot.
On 1st down, Locke looking deep downfield. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
52's the mic, boys. 52. Hey, watch the slant.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson eluding the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And the pressure gets to him again. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike, 55. Check.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 48 yards on the ground. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll run with Henderson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Switch.
A give for Henderson running to the right. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, Jackson. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Buddy up. Mike 51, Mike 51. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
He may try and run for this. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And his kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
Check 55 to Mike. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys.
Hey, Mike 7.
Let's get off the field. Mike 55, Mike.
From the 36, Locke. He sets to fire deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, it's Jackson. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. So they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And, you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains. On first down, Swift. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check it out.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Kill. Take it back.
They run once more with Henderson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got one. Out.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 62 yards.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Ravens' 19-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Locke escaping the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, Swift. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Following the field goal on is the punter, Drew Kaiser, to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start. But now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball, getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Again, it's Henderson. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. The battle in the trenches, never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They run with Henderson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
I know you felt that one.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Darrell Henderson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as the Ravens push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Nifty move. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Check three.
Hey, seam 6.
25 to Mike. We got 25
Get.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. And he'll find Hall. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
You draw Corker.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down near the 5. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 76 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Extra point safely through, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week? And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Hey, Haywood.
Now Locke. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Incomplete on the deep ball. Brings up third down and 20.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw it is Locke. He's got a man, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First and 10 at the 40.
Locke now, 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a first and 10. One final try for Locke. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off down at the 10. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. But this is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease, romped home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'd be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't they?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to spoil that part of it. Of course, they're going to get there. But think about how wide open things are now because this crowd didn't expect this.
No.
So they went back to the tailgate and said, let's go eat. This one isn't any fun for us.
Yeah, they took the drama out of this one pretty early on. So for the Ravens, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Denver, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire